their next possession. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble. And now look at him go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tony Pollard, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Back to throw, Darnold. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Get ready. Hey, check Mike 45.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And Bullock will put this one through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. The 30, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. This is Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
We're going to start. Mike 5-4. Mike 80. Hey, check.
Now it's Darnold. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Go sack. 45, Mike, 45. Let's go. Kill.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch the run. Hey. To the right, boy. Tiny to the right. Move. Hey, we got 3 down.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Darnold now throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Eli Harrell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
51, jump! 25, X3, 218, jump!
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 5, fourth down now. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken right around the 44. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over first and 10. Meanwhile, down in Philly, and the Redskins have scored again to extend their advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. On first down, Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go, son. 45, check right, 45. Let's go, one more.
To throw is Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 16. First down, Falcons. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 47-yard line.
Check 80, 280. Check you one, Sam. I'm here all day.
Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Freeman. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. You wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Silver. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm going to come back to you.
2nd and 9 now. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. Found his target, it's Anderson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Darnold now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Bell takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And no, it's incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now it's Freeman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will make this a 9-point lead. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson His second touchdown of the afternoon as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Important extra point up and through, and the lead is down to 2. So down only 2 now, still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Here's Freeman. It's a room to maneuver. Freeman with a fast feet. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it again with Smith. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Ready, get ready. 5:25. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Wait. Check. You gonna take. You got to take.
On 3rd down, Smith. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A final score now from Chicago, and the gap in that one has widened. The Bears have scored again. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
45.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Darnold. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Atlanta, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.